everyone, and welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show.
So funny, I was like super empowered. I don't think I could sleep.
Still follows the same rules, has the same characters and all that stuff,
Yes.
but it just tweaks it a little bit.
You're reading fantasy, and it's so grounded. It's so completely grounded in reality.
Rule clarification, if we both get it wrong, do we get bonus points?
Soldier Simmons, it is my pleasure to now pin you, raising you from the rank of soldier to dedicated.
That didn't happen in the books, but it was awesome.
I nailed it.
I nailed that.
I nailed it. Let me bring you comfort about Egwene. I know you haven't seen her in a month, but let me tell you this story about how badass she is right now.
That fight scene, my boy went through 5 daggers.
Everybody's flower is different. I think we learned that in the books. This is I think for me, top 5 moments ever on screen.
When I read it, I felt empowered. I felt called to action.
One of the best quotes in the whole series is when Gaul says, "Do you like to dance, Perrin Ibarra?"
The Knights Who Say Chill,
AKA the band of really, really nice good guys.
Let a couple more drink on.
You're saying everywhere.
I am.
Do you have a chaser? Should you need it?
Can I have a little bit of mine too?
Oh, no.
Yo, this is good.
Young people do like this now or something instead of this.
Oh, it's like this.
The heart emoji.
Don't jiggle, jiggle.
It folds. I like the way you wiggle, wiggle.
You
For
wiggle.
show. We're going to review the entirety of season 1 of the Wheel of Time, the whole thing. Finale of Rings of Power. Welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show. We are back once again to talk about the Wheel of Time show that is currently airing in its season 3, its 3rd season, on Prime Video. Our last episode that we saw was season 3, episode 6. What I've heard from some is their favorite. I don't know about that for all of us. We'll find out in this stream, but it was a banger, whether it was our favorite or not. I am very, very excited that we have very special guests, people who have not read the books, are show-only people, so they can give us their insight. Already. Joe White, $5 super chat. Moggy is the creator. Kritter XD is a dark friend. I never fondle the tape. Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for the $5.
Just to clarify about Dr. S and Tori, that they are show-only folks. These are not related to Kritter, so they are not bound to the do not read the books for the rest of your life clause.
I hadn't even said their name, but yeah, this is Tori and Dr. S. They are our special show-only guests for this episode. We're super thrilled to have them here. They have a YouTube channel, and they are on Instagram, and their information is in the description of this video if you want to follow them, check them out, see what they're up to. And speaking of what they're up to, I'm going to let them further introduce themselves and talk about what they do, how they got into the Wheel of Time, whatever they feel like talking about. Go ahead, ladies.
Oh boy. Well, hi. Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Happy to have ya.
Thank you. I'm Tori. Hello. Gosh, what do you want to know about me? I guess I'm a nurse, so like my whole life isn't just Wheel of Time, even though it should be, obviously. Just have a totally normal, boring job. And Dr. S, is actually my sister-in-law, so she's married to my oldest brother. I have 2 older brothers, and they both read Wheel of Time.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Sorry, before I go further.
Oh, well, okay. I thought you were going to tell the whole story.
I know.
Okay,
We'll
I can go. So right before, by the way, they told me what to say. And actually, just earlier today, someone in a comment asked me, "What are you a doctor of?" So I feel like I should let you guys know. She's a nurse. I'm a doctor of philosophy, not medical.
That's amazing. So you're basically Ishamael.
Oh,
just saying.
That's
I did not know that about him. Do we know that?
A philosopher. He's a philosopher.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Existential. He definitely seems existential. And so the PhD I have is in a program called History of Consciousness, which means like nothing. So, but what I actually did was study film and television, and I taught as a professor for a short time. Decided that I didn't really want that for my life, and I'm currently a school psychologist.
Amazing. Okay, so you're abundantly qualified to talk about this.
Can we hire you to be the resident psychologist for the Will and Chill show, because we need it sometimes?
It's a lot of fun. I would totally do that.
For sure. Okay. So she obviously is, she knows TV from that standpoint, from the philosophical standpoint, right? So I'm just a TV fan. She's also a TV fan, but just one day I said, hey, you want to maybe talk about TV shows? Just, and maybe we record ourselves, maybe we put it on YouTube. And then you said, yes, I'm looking for a creative outlet. I love the way you put that. Did you?
Yeah, because I don't really like to speak in front of people.
I mean, I don't either, but
I did like the idea. I was just nervous about it.
Oh, of course, right? So we just would talk about shows, all different types of shows. And then my oldest brother, her husband, said there is this new series coming out called Wheel of Time. It's based on these books that I read and loved and hold near and dear to my heart, and it's fantasy. And I said, nope, no thank you. I know. So I'm sorry to say this, we're not a huge fan of sci-fi fantasy. I know, isn't that weird? But
we did other fantasy shows, like we did Rings of Power. Mm-hmm. We did House of the Dragon. We did
The Witcher.
We did a whole rewatch of Game of Thrones.
We sure did.
In cosplay.
Oh, wow.
But that's also what in cosplay. Yes, if you want to watch it, maybe don't watch it, but if you want to,
no, that's a must watch TV or YouTube.
Oh God, we did that, didn't we?
The whole thing leading up to the final season.
Yes. So, but we did them, and we said, okay, enough with this. We don't want to do this anymore because we're not really like diehard fans of that. But for whatever reason, we decided, okay, we'll talk about Wheel of Time, whatever the hell that is. And then we did, and you all came about. I mean, not specifically you, but the people started coming and talking about it. And
we'll claim it.
Us. Yeah. I mean, you let us talk nonsensical about this because we don't know what's going on. And somehow, here we are on the show.
Here you are.
Ask questions in the reviews, and we had no idea that people would actually answer them and like with an essay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The fandom is passionate and learned.
Yeah. And like and so protective of our virgin minds.
Yes. Oh yes.
To make sure that no spoilers. And then my husband, her brother, would also comb through the comments to delete anything that might be.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a must. That is definitely a must.
Good job, husband.
Yeah, well done.
We actually have. Well, you're not watching the chat, but we actually have people in chat that are doing the same thing here, so that you don't get spoiled. So.
Yep. And just a reminder for the chat, just in case you missed that, they are show only people, no book spoilers until we go full spoilers once they are gone, and I will tell you when that time comes. We've got Life Lighted Fool $10 super chat, and they broke the dusty wheel by bringing Shaq into the chat.
You know what? That made me reach out to Shaq. He ignored me, but I reached out just to see. I sent him a message on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, I heard that you like, or not that but I said I heard that you were on Dusty Wheel, and if you like the Wheel of Time, maybe you come on and talk to us for a bit."
He should reach out to Sony for that season 4 renewal. I think that's the thing I want him to do the most.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that part of it because I think that's when there were spoilers. But apparently he beat Ogier, maybe Loyal's.
Loyal's father.
I don't know what I heard rumblings of, but I think that I need to somehow make that happen. I got to talk to my husband who works for him and say,
make that
we
connection.
Need season 4 and we need him to come out strong and pitch it for I'm good. Well, not that he's going to be on season 4, or in season 4, but maybe just make a bigger deal about it. Spread the word.
Yes. Yeah,
absolutely.
Winespring and I'm sure she'll back me up on this. We have a suggestion for a show for you guys to watch and talk about. And that is
it the OA?
Yeah, it's the OA.
I knew it. That's a good one.
That show will trip you out. It's a thing. It's 2 seasons, only 2 seasons, so they didn't finish it.
It's a pretty quirky show.
It's a quirky show.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I should write that down.
Okay. So before we fully dive into the episode, you guys told me a story, Tavern, and you kind of apparently we've had a little bit of a meet cute, the Wheel and Chill show, and Tori and Dr. S. So let's hear about it. Tav, do you want to tell us, or do you guys want to?
Yeah. This is your story.
Are you going to Tanchico?
I'm just gonna hide through this.
Okay.
Or do you want to tell? Do you want to tell it? I'll tell. Let you say your side of the story, and then I'll tell mine.
I mean, we were just going to our first WatCon because we became a part of this beautiful community and fandom. And so we were in line, I think, to get our little, what are they called?
Lanyards.
Lanyards, yep.
And, remember, first time going to really any convention of any sort for me like that. And somebody said, "Excuse me," from behind us. Somebody was you. And then what did you say to us? You said...
I said, you do know that this is for the Wheel of Time convention, right?
Because I guess we were dressed in a certain way.
They were dressed like they were going to Sunday brunch or something really nice, or maybe out for mimosas or something. They were not WatCon dressed. They were not WatCon dressed.
That hurts everybody's feelings.
No, it doesn't, because we have we got people in cosplay. We got people that are just dressed comfortably for the day because we're running back and forth between stuff. We do have some people that dress nice, but this was above and beyond that. And I was just trying to make sure that they weren't going to be traumatized by
they were
Wheel of Time
elevating
people.
They were elevating WatCon.
They were.
Okay.
I didn't know that they were elevating us.
Oh.
That is true.
No, it was very nice of you to ask. I wasn't offended, or I hope nobody else was, but that was very memorable. Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
So yeah, fun fact
Meg.
about us.
Now, see, I knew that was going to get me.
Dr. Gentech, oh my gosh, Tavern the Gatekeeper.
Yep, I knew they were going to hear it too.
Okay, so we should talk about the episode because we've got people waiting in the chat. Thank you all for being here, by the way. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Before we get started, let's briefly introduce ourselves as co-hosts. Winespring, why don't you go ahead?
Hey guys, Winespring Cafe. You can find me on X at Winespring Cafe, where I specialize in Wheel of Time recipes. They're delicious. Find them in the article section.
They are. Eat her food. Tav, go ahead.
Ta'veren Tavern. I co-host here, even though I forget sometimes, apparently, from my post. I do Wheel of Time merch and other fandom merch. You can find it on Redbubble. I just put up like 20-something designs a couple of days ago, and I've got about 11 more to put up sometime in the next day or two. So
pretty fabulous.
Shopping soon.
Yep. I am Kritter XD. You are on my YouTube channel right now. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend it. If you haven't liked the stream, I recommend it because that helps with the algorithm, and the more reach any Wheel of Time content gets, the more likely we are to get a season 4, season 5, season 6 renewal. So let's keep the good vibes going so we can get that renewal. I'm also on TikTok. I do sci-fi fantasy content over there. I've got a Discord where we talk about all kinds of things. Lord of the Rings, obviously Wheel of Time, Marvel, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it. Except for today I got a spam bot, so they're not allowed to talk about what they want to talk about. They had to get banned really fast. I'm on Instagram. I'm all over social media. So wherever you feel like talking about the Wheel of Time or sci-fi fantasy, you can probably find me at Kritter XD. Okay, I
forgot a shout out. Can I do it real quick?
Do it.
Realms Delight sent me a cup with a window on it.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
May you always find shade. Here's water. How cute is that? So
that is amazing.
Thank you, friend.
Miss Ange and Bella in the chat. Mm-hmm. If you want to see that, that's going to be a super chat from somebody. That's going to have to be a super chat. I am not recreating Moggy underwear scene unless there's monetary something.
Wow.
The ripping of the lace.
No, I'm not going to rip my
with your teeth.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyways, okay. I forgot something also. So on this channel, actually, for the first time in many months, the Nights Who Say Chill will be back tomorrow night. Woo! I, as Symphonia, am still MIA, lost in hell, or dead. Who knows? But the rest of the nights are going to be streaming here at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And who knows? They might have another BBEG to deal with. That's in the title. I don't know what's going on because I'm in hell, so I can't follow. But yeah,
sorry, Tori, we're real nerds.
Yeah, if you like D&D, and you like Tab, Winespring, Jessica, who's one of our mods, Danny, who's one of our mods, Dana Luhu, and Leia, Roof Mistress, who's over on Threefold Talk, then you should check out The Nights Who Say Chill tomorrow night here on this channel, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Okay, let's talk about the dang Wheel of Time show already. Woo! Okay, the intro. Well, we got it under 15 minutes. That's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay, so Tori and Dr. S. We like to always ask this question. What are your Ajahs?
Ooh.
Oh. what I would be.
Yeah.
I'm yellow, right? Because I'm a nurse. I figure.
That
Well, that's what people told me.
Well, whatever
I mean,
vibes
what
with
do you feel you are?
Yeah. If you feel you're yellow,
Don't
then
let
you're
them
yellow.
box you in.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say red because of the shirt.
Oh.
Well, I can explain why I'm always wearing red. Because should I just get into it? My favorite character is Leandrin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know I hear a lot that she's not a big deal in the books, but I was saying, I've said this a million times, it's because of Kate Fleetwood, the actress who played her. That I mean, incredible. So compelling. She just, every time she's on screen, she's so much fun to watch. And she, I said she has a lot of layers. And so yeah, that's what I see what you mean. Like I'm wearing red, I should be red Ajah. I'm not as aggressive as the red Ajah. I don't know, like against men. So, but yeah, I just feel like I'll probably stick with yellow just because.
Okay, I love that. It's a noble Ajah for sure.
It is.
Dr. S, what do you got?
I think it's pretty confirmed that I'm brown Ajah. Can we plug a little series that we just started?
Absolutely.
We're calling it, his working title, Where's the Lie, Aes Sedai?
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Catchy.
Where we break down like how to detect the lies and kind of the strategies that they use, and in that people have told me it's very brown Ajah. So
I have a very good question for you later on then when we get to that scene concerning lies. So yes.
What scene? Why don't we dive right in?
Okay, fine.
Go.
So Moiraine is consistently saying, when I live, he dies. When he lives, I die. But later on, she's consistently saying, I'm not at the last battle. Right? So is that a play on words for her? Because I'm not sure. She would normally say she's gonna die. Right? Because she says she's dying over and over and over. She sees herself dying. So it's confusing to me. And I don't get it.
Ooh. So like she can't die there if she's not there is what you're thinking?
I don't know. I mean,
have you detected
says different words?
Obfuscation from Moiraine yet in when you're analyzing
yeah, that's
things
a good word.
Obfuscation. Obfuscation. I like
that word.
Thanks.
Ooh.
I mean, it wasn't clear to me in all the scenarios in which she's going to die or Rand's going to die that it happens at the last battle.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Smart.
I don't know if she has to be at the battle to have died. She might not be there because she's already dead.
That is a possibility.
Yeah. It is interesting for me. That particular scenario calls the question, like, she's saying it, but all she has to do is believe it. Whether it's the truth is like whether it's reality is the question, right? Because she can say anything as long as she believes it to be true.
We're also at the point where the show is deviating from the books to an extent that it's confusing even book readers, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're left guessing, which I think is kind of fun, actually.
No, I think that's what's making the show more successful, really.
Yeah. Okay, so question for you, since this is a new series, and feel free to be like, watch and find out. But have you spotted anybody in the Wheel of Time that hasn't been revealed as a dark friend or like Black Ajah that you think might be based on things that they've said?
Oh, this is my favorite game to play.
Okay.
We're just always looking. We suspect everyone of being a dark friend, pretty much.
Love that.
A few. Did we have someone recently?
Recently, well, okay, I have an old suspect who I know is coming up in this coming episode because we saw her. It's Aiel.
Oh.
Pretty sure she's a dark friend.
Okay, the Tinker, Aiel. Yeah.
That since we first kind of got to know her because she has the whole story about her daughter, and I think she wants to get reunited with her, and so she would have a really good reason to make a deal with the Dark One.
Okay, kind of like Leandrin vibes a little bit.
And we saw under the table there is a Tinker at the Dark Social.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably her, pretty sure. I think most recently we suspect, well, I won't put it on you.
No, it's okay.
I think possibly
Dane
Bornhold. Because he's looking a little, I mean, not just, he's letting himself go.
Sloppy. He's getting
and
sloppy.
I feel like he's really desperate, and I think they prey on the desperate, So
We get in trouble a lot for being suspicious of one particular person because they're beloved, and I love them too. But that's Varen. We're always, I don't know why, because she's just obviously one of the best. But we're just there's always little things she does, and we go, wait a minute, why would you do that? Or what? You know,
a little sneaky.
Yes, right. So then when we even suggest this, we get a lot of people commenting, "How dare you!"
I mean, you're turning on your own Dr. S. She's brown Ajah.
Right?
You have to be objective as a brown
That's
Ajah.
true.
That is true. That is
You
true.
have to suspect everyone. And anytime we will suspect a person on the video, the comments will totally confuse the crap out of us.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, they'll give us all these examples of ways in which she's not suspicious. But then somebody else will be like, you're right to distrust everyone. I'm like, okay.
I mean, honestly, that is true. Like,
it's more fun that way.
It is more fun. I love
You got Varen on your list. Is there anybody else on your list that we need to watch out for?
Dane Bornholm.
That's right. Dane and Varen. All right.
And
anybody else?
And Aiel.
Which she's going to show up next episode, according to IMDb. So
really,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a little suspicious now. Oh, God. Of Fail. Only okay, like very small reason. Just they said something about, I don't know, one of those, the Black Ajah is from Saldia. And then she's from Saldia and her mom was a dark friend, and then she said she wanted her to be a dark friend. I don't know.
So my son, 10 years old, we watched together. In fact, I got in trouble
Oh, yay.
up at midnight. I took a nap last Thursday night or Wednesday night and woke up at midnight to watch. And when he found out, he literally was so mad at me. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. But he has a theory about that connection to Saldia, and he said that it's okay for me to share it here.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
It is like based off what you're saying. So he thinks that, so it's Gian Kaida, is the Black Ajah who is from Saldia. And coincidentally, in the same episode, there's no coincidence, Fael is also from Saldia. No way.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
My son's like, what if Gian Kaida is Fael's mom?
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
And then
what?
Ooh, I love that theory.
Hold on.
We're gonna need to get your kid on the show.
Okay, so Fael said, so Mr. Dr. S, my husband, was like, well, no, but Fael said her mom was a general, Green Ajah.
Oh,
it's all coming together.
That's actually some incredible thinking.
Speculation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
big fan.
All right, this is a Critter thing.
Oh.
The character's gone, so we can talk about her.
Okay.
Critter has been hoping and praying for verification that Perrin's wife Layla was a dark friend. Did you ever get that feeling?
Oh, totally.
Oh,
yes. Did you really?
We had this whole prediction that in this season he was going to return to the Two Rivers, have a vision, how he has the visions, and he would see that she was about to kill him, and then he would alleviate all his guilt. He realized that he would have been dead if he didn't kill her.
Oh, like a one of his little wolf visions.
Yeah. I only gave it up like after a couple episodes in Two Rivers and the whole cherry blossom tree thing, and all right, fine. All right.
I mean, yeah, the cherry blossom thing.
She never gave up.
No, honestly, this last episode, when Perrin was like, Layla, my wife, I thought he was going to be like, was a dark friend too, just like your mom.
Oh my gosh.
Life is like
he didn't
a
say
box
that.
of dog friends.
But
my wife.
Your wife is going to be one.
Sorry, I'm not good at a Marcus Rutherford impression, but that was my best. That was
actually really good. Yeah, really good. He has this nasally, his upper lip doesn't move thing.
I don't know.
I belong to the Two Rivers.
I think he's just very like soft spoke. Like his voice is so soothing.
He is.
Airy.
And I can't nail it. Yeah, but I tried.
Which is perfect for the character. I gotta say,
it is.
It's true. Yeah, he's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Mrs. Ange and Bella, I'm with you. Perrin even said how happy Layla was to see Pat and Fane arrive every year.
That's because nobody ever came into the Two Rivers.
Like everybody was.
Yeah.
He was the peddler.
That's right.
Anyways, okay, so now that we're past the dark friend accusations, let's fully dive into the episode. So we got 3 plots this episode. We got the Aiel Waste, we got Tanchico, and we got the Two Rivers. Do you have a favorite plot? Or did you have a favorite plot from this episode? Tori and Dr. S.
We love Tanchico, so anything Tanchico. And my girl Leandrin is there. And obviously that's what I remember the most from this episode.
And Moggy.
Oh,
That's
God.
what you remember more than
Lord.
the Hills of Tanchico.
Oh.
The
Well,
hills. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes.
That as well.
Yeah, Moggy is something else. She's insane. She's diabolical. Yeah.
Every time she comes on the screen, I'm covering my face saying, "What is wrong with you?
What are you doing?"
I know.
Yes.
Can I ask a question real quick about this? Did anybody else feel like there was a fourth wall break with Moggy? There's one shot where she looked right at the camera.
Yeah. It was awesome.
That I was like, Deadpool? I wasn't sure, but yeah, it was so. I love her so much.
Ooh.
And I heard that the actress was pregnant during filming.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that.
So it made some awkward moments when she's like spitting out the food and that kind of stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's so gross.
Oh my gosh, that was pretty. I mean, honestly, the fact that she was doing it to the Black Ajah, I was like, get him. But also, then she showed up with Nynaeve and Elaine at the end, and that
Totally
was
different person.
when. What? Oh,
She was a totally different person.
Where she was like really sweet to them.
Yeah.
That gave me the
Like
heebie-jeebies.
red flags everywhere.
Right. So this is something that it's similar to a scene that happens in the books. It's in a different like setting, but it's very, very similar. How did that scene hit for you guys?
I just remember, well, we talked about this too, how he does her little whatever spell thing, and then they both sit up straight, and it's yes, very uniform, right? And then they turn into what I perceived as little children. They were so excited and like hanging on her every word. And what do you want to know now? It just seemed like little girls at a sleepover, and the popular girl is there, and they're just trying to, whatever you say, like, we got you. So that alone, knowing those two characters, Elaine and Nynaeve, the strong women that they are, to turn into the submissive little childlike people, it was I thought she couldn't get any creepier. She does that.
And what also made me very upset about this scene was that it made me think about the episode prior where Suan was telling Elida that they were well protected. And I totally believed that reinforcements were there, like the brothers had gone, like sisters were there kind of watching. So I fell for Suan's Did I Speak?
Oh.
And also, like, they're not protected. Like, Moggy's in their room scratching Nynaeve's face, totally violating them. I'm very, very mad at Moggy and also myself.
Yeah, that was interesting. I guess I hadn't really thought about Swan being like they're well protected, because who's protecting them? I guess Nynaeve's power, Elaine's training, Matt Cawthon. Come on, guys.
The fact that nobody would suspect them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like there's a lot of ways that you could get around that, but it was an interesting thing to say, because also the fact that she had already informed the queen, I just thought, like, really?
I'm like, what did you tell her? You informed her of what?
Yeah,
what's on the menu for dinner tonight? Because that sentence was not complete.
That's a good point.
The thing that confuses me is about the whole Tanchico thing, right? Especially when we're talking about words. We have Elaine basically testing Nynaeve on everybody's appearance, right? And they mentioned one thing that was not has not been anywhere until we get to Tanchico, and that's that John Kay has a white stripe in her hair, which was not there in previous episodes.
I think she's copying me.
I think she is.
Yeah,
I think she is. But it's weird that they had that in the description. Where did they get that description from? It's very confusing to me. So maybe Swan is communicating with them. I don't know, because
Varen was also kind of helping them, like, piece things together a little bit. So maybe. Gosh. Okay. So.
Oh, look who's here.
I'm supposed to. What's up, Dusty Wheel? I'm supposed to ask you about Tom Merrilin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those reactions were lovely.
I saw that.
Okay, how are we feeling
about
our boy Tom?
Well, yeah, all day long we could talk about Tom Merrilin. Well,
I think I can't remember but after what season we did like our top 5 hottest guys, and was he my number one?
I'm
pretty sure he was my number one.
I mean, musician. What are you gonna do?
Yes, he's everything, and I always believed that he survived the whole fade getting locked in. Why would you introduce such a charismatic character and then he disappeared, right? So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this, and my husband, her brother, had told me that the actor was spotted on the set, back when they were shooting. So I was like, okay, it's happening.
Okay, so we're happy that he's back. Is he still your number one hottest character?
I mean, Rand kind of showed up this season. So.
He's getting older.
Oh, we haven't asked that question.
I had like my list pretty specific. Like Rand was on the list, but it was only Rand tied up on the wheel.
Shirtless Rand in Teleron on a wheel.
Specific.
Oh, we just lost them.
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
We need to ask them about the Rand effect. Clearly, Dr. S is into Rand a little bit, and maybe Tori, but every single one of our show only guests have been like, Rand is blah.
That's true.
He was blah until he walked through the little columns, spears. What are they? The glass.
The columns. Yep.
I mentioned that in our review. It's just something about that episode transformed us, and it just changed everything for us. But Rand specifically, because I just got so deep and his acting, and now I'm in love with the actor. Dang it!
Oh man, he's been nailing it this season.
Yeah, he's done so much. But anyway, but yeah, he got older, he got hotter.
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree.
There's a question in the chat that said, where is it? It said something about asking the two of you, how long do you think it's been on the show? Oh, how long does Tori and Dr. S think it has been since season 1, episode 1, since the very beginning? How long has transpired? Amount of time has transpired.
Yeah.
And Wheel of Time, yes. Wheel of Time Square.
Oh, like maybe a year.
So I had this question because there was something said a couple episodes ago that me, but then I now think it's 4 years.
4 years.
So you're talking about the episode where Moiraine says, "I remember a few years ago when I told you to be careful with the dreams."
Something like that.
Yeah,
there was two things. There was one thing that was said that made it seem like, years, like just generic years. But then something more recently makes me think 4 years, but I can't remember where I got that number from.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Okay.
I like it.
You know? Can you tell us? Are we allowed to know?
Oh, go ahead, Kritter.
Wow. Okay, put me on the spot.
I cut you off. Sorry.
No, I was going to say. So, I guess it was in the first episode of season 2. It had been a year because it was the anniversary of Winter Night, right?
Yes.
And so I think it's been 2 years, 2-ish years, right? Yeah.
Because it's been when Morghese showed up at the tower and they had their little Forsaken meeting. Lanford literally tells Robin, it's only been a month and you've already got yourself a queen, right? So we know that they were released at the end of season 2, which is in Falm. Mm-hmm. So that's been the beginning of this season was a month from the end of the last season.
Yeah, so I'd say between a year and 2 years.
Yeah, and what's transpired between then and now, they had to travel all the way to the waste and all that stuff. It's not an easy walk. They didn't have Ubers and stuff, so.
Good question.
Yeah. It's we love not to put you on the spot. It's just kind of like gauging where people who don't know the books, like what their perception of what's going on is. There's really no wrong answers essentially.
Nice.
So speaking of, I guess in this episode, since we were talking about Rand, no wrong answers, how mad do you think he is, if at all? They talk about the dragon and male channelers going mad. Are you sensing madness, or do you think he's still angry, on the up and up?
Oh yeah, madness. Well, yes, I got very concerned. I had called them black weaves, but then someone said it's called the taint.
The taint.
The taint.
It is indeed called the taint. Sorry.
No, I love it. And when I saw that, I got a little concerned because I think it's starting. Maybe it already has happened. I don't know, but I feel like now the madness is creeping out a little bit, it's peeking out. So I am getting super concerned.
What gave it away? Was it this face?
Oh, the like laughing and
the Joker face.
Yes. Pretty much, yeah. He was crying and laughing. Yeah.
Was that your first? Was that your first indication that he might be going a little mad, or do you remember anything from previous episodes or seasons that like gave you a clue?
Okay, not that he was going mad, but when he was asserting dominance over Moiraine, you will not tell me what to do. I got that maybe a little bit where I said, are we getting this? Yeah.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, he's a nice guy. He's not a kid anymore. So, of course, you can totally stand your ground. But I just didn't love the delivery. I didn't like the tone.
Same.
And so I think that's where it started for me.
Okay.
I think I'm naive about a lot of things, or maybe optimistic. And I kind of am hoping that what happened in this previous episode was just pure like sadness over the loss of Alcera, and you know that he's gonna be able to like be the exception.
Okay. Rand,
I mean,
possible exception.
I also think that Moiraine and Rand are gonna survive.
Oh, I love the optimism. Okay,
I do too. That's
I have
fun.
to take a pause. It looks like we've got 5 gifted memberships from Light Blinded Fool and 5 from, I think it is Joe White. Thank you both. Very generous. Incredible. To everyone who's a member, welcome. Welcome to the channel membership. So yeah, Rand's arc this episode was divisive for a lot of people. Book readers expected something like this to happen because something like what happens with Alcera happens in the books in a different context. Once again, they mix things around. Obviously, that was incredibly troubling, dark, scary. But something else that stood out to me with Rand's arc was his conversation with Egwene. And I just have to... Egwene's like my girl in the books, and so I have to talk about it. You said that you didn't like his tone with Moiraine. How did you feel about his tone with Egwene during their little convo?
Oh, yeah, the kind of like gaslighting.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Some people call it gaslighting, other people call it turning on the pilot light, whatever. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. I think I know what you're referring to, because it was like, well, if you didn't even really want me, or you have better things to do, so I totally can go and sleep with this Forsaken. No big deal. Like you made me this way.
As one does.
Not really, but it was.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Yeah. Oh, there's the madness.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to lead you.
that just clicked right now. Did you have that same feeling?
I just haven't really been invested in them as a couple for a while. I think I was actually just thinking about this earlier today. I don't know. I just spend time thinking about these things, and
as you should.
Back in season 1, where Ishii is showing Rand like what's possible, and it's like Egwene is just like, a doting wife, and he makes that decision, and he says like that's not her. So I remember just in the reviews that we did thinking this is an interesting decision that he makes. Like he only wants her when it's against her will.
Oh wow!
And she says, it's complicated. It's complicated, guys. I haven't even really truly processed, but that's problematic to me, right? He only wants the one who wants to go, but then that's the one who wouldn't want him. So I just haven't been invested, and I really thought that after Egwene went through that whole thing with the Shan-Chan, and like she's so powerful and strong, she'd be over him already. Bigger and better things to do with your life and your powers. So I was kind of surprised that they were even still together this season, and that she even kept wanting to be with him.
Oh, did you guys see Madeline Madden posted on Instagram today? And if I have a second, I'll find it. But the end of her carousel, she posted a carousel from this past episode. At the end of the carousel was a cake, and it said,
"Yes, I saw that."
It was like she ended it or something. It was
she left him.
She left him. I have to show. It's too
All right, so I normally am at odds with Kritter about Egwene. That's incredible. And it's a black cake. Is that a black cake?
Or chocolate. But
chocolate. That's amazing. Yeah. I do not agree with the way that the writers, and in this case Rand, handled that situation and put two things together that should not have been together. Because I do agree with his critique of Egwene's personality. It should not have been used as an excuse to break up with her, or as an excuse for sleeping with, or well, yeah. I mean,
you don't consider Ta'veren real cheating?
Is he there in the flesh, or is he in
what
a
happens
dream?
In the dreams?
I mean, is it if he's in listen? If he's in Tel'aran'rhiod, if he's pulling him into Tel'aran'rhiod, that's a different story because he's in the flesh, and then it would be cheating. But if it's in a dream, that's a totally different thing.
But didn't he have sex with Selene in the flesh?
That is true, but they were
got him.
But they were broken up. They were on a break.
No, they were.
No, I'm so happy you're here.
No, they
were. Pivot.
She thought he was dead.
That's like not even her fault.
Okay, so but yeah, so what I'm saying is,
done.
I do not agree with the way that was put into the show. It was unnecessary in my view. I do agree. Oh, the Finns are are cautioning me. I do agree with his depiction of Egwene, and I've said this a million times. Anytime Egwene sees a shiny object that can elevate her, which is just a thirst for knowledge, it really is, she will take it.
Okay,
but
that's
she
interesting.
Also,
let me just, before you say that, she literally left the White Tower for Rand. What was the shiny object that she was chasing at that point? Because she hadn't met
her love for Rand.
She hadn't met the Dreamwalkers.
You're right. You're right. But the moment she met the Dreamwalkers, she became she's a chameleon. I've said this a million times. Whenever she sees something that's shiny, she reaches for it. Why? Because she wants knowledge. And I don't hold that against her. It's not. I love her character as a character, but that is one of her flaws. I mean, when she came in to talk to Rand, tell me that wasn't Moiraine walking in to talk to Rand. She adopted a wise one's whole, and she embodied a wise one when she walked in.
I feel like
Rand.
We only have so much time with Tori and Dr. S.
But
I will say, the reason she was so interested in talking to the wise ones about her dreams is because she was literally getting tortured by Rand's side piece in her dreams.
I'm not against. I completely agree with that.
Great. Cool.
I'm not arguing that.
So I do want to know, though, Tori, Dr. S, are you Team Egwene? Are you Team Rand? Or are you Team, as Dr. S said, indifferent, don't care about this confrontation at all?
Well, I mean, I never thought this relationship was going to last.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, now I see both sides a little more. It doesn't negate the fact that I don't love the way he did make it seem like it was okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is that I'm just like, I don't care, because she needs to go off and do her own thing, and he needs to do his own thing, and I'm totally fine with that. So I'm not on a team because.
Wow. Okay. That's fine.
It's
really fine.
I'm
not mad at all.
Did you see Jose Oliveira's comment, Kritter?
No. What did?
Don't ban him.
Tell him it's all right after me. I'm mad and evil. No one will love me. That's the you can't understand about for him. Only Lanfear's accepting him as a whole. I have seen a lot of people argue that partial madness. I actually posted a TikTok about like what I hope is happening is that he's pushing her away. That's my hope, because I think Rand is a sweet guy, and like him being like, you don't understand, is just kind of like blech. And also
he's done that already at the end of season 1 when he says, "Tell him I died here." Well, he was trying to protect everybody.
Exactly. So I think that's in his character to try and push people away. Whether that's actually what was happening or not sure. But let's talk about the Two Rivers. Sorry, I'm getting heated. Dream cheating is cheating. Okay. What's so funny is so sometimes, especially when I was pregnant, but throughout our entire relationship, I sometimes share personal stories just in case you're curious.
Every time.
Almost every time.
Overshares.
But this is I think a common thing with couples. But I will have dreams where Mr. Kritter does something that is entirely out of character, something that he has never in his life even himself dreamt about. He's cheating, he's doing whatever, and the next morning I wake up so mad at him. And so after we watched this at the same time, I was doing my reaction video and he was downstairs, and after I came downstairs he was like, this is the one time that somebody doing something in their dream can count. she's allowed to be mad about that.
Listen, it's funny because
Good job, Mr. Kritter.
I am literally the total opposite. Like, I could have a dream that my wife stabbed me in the chest 25,000 times, and I'll wake up the next morning and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so glad you got that off your chest." And I just walk off. It doesn't faze me whatsoever.
Okay. All right. David,
Should
Bianco,
we have the therapist break this down for us?
The
two of you?
Let's not.
I appreciate the $10, but that is a little spoilery, so we're not gonna talk about it just yet. Okay. So yes. So don't look at the super chat. It's a little spoilery.
Yeah, good choice.
Okay. I feel like we've talked about this ad nauseum. We gotta move on because we haven't even talked about Two Rivers much, other than the fact that Aiel is sus. Aiel is a little sus. How did you feel about Aiel and Perrin's little romance situation? Like, do you not like it because you think Aiel's a dark friend, or are you kind of digging it? Tori and Dr. S.
I don't think Aiel's a dark friend. I think that she's a hunter of the horn, and Perrin revealed to her that his best friend found said horn.
That's so good.
He mounted him a few seconds later. I mean,
an opportunist.
I'm not sure. I like her, actually, her character. I think she's sassy and adorable, and she does the cool things with the daggers.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the sequence in which that whole thing happened makes me a little suspicious.
Allow me.
I like that.
Allow
That's
me
a good
to try
thing
to
you just pointed out. Yeah.
to try to twist your view there a second. So you said she mounted him shortly after she found out that his friend blew the horn of Valere. Could she maybe be pulling him in because now she knows that he is connected to someone of importance?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
what
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part. Damn
The
it.
wheels are turning.
Well, I actually thought that she might have already known, and that's why she went to Two Rivers. But I said that in one of our videos, and everybody was like, "No,
how would you
nobody knows. News doesn't travel that fast. There's no social media." So I was like, "Okay, all right, fine."
So I have a question for you then. That's in the same Two Rivers arc, not in this particular episode, but a couple episodes ago, they talked about Perrin and Bane, Chiad, and Loyal came in through the ways, right? He said he smells ash, and there was footsteps. Who do you think came through the waygate? Because they never said.
Well, you had said Alana because of the ash.
The ashes on her face.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
And it was a man and a woman.
A man and a woman. What other man and woman showed up in that same episode?
It's more Luke and Aiel. They can travel through the ways. I mean,
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Must have needed somebody to help them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was curious because they never actually said who came through the gate, and all they said was a man and a woman, and we had Maxim and Alana, and we had Lord Luke Luster, or Lukewarm, or whatever his name is, and Aiel that showed up in the same episode.
Oh, we've got Tim D in the chat saying Perrin is officially the one of the three boys who's the best at talking to girls. After this episode, I'm gonna agree. Because Rand made me so mad, guys. I can't get over it. I'm so annoyed with this. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, the Alana scene. Matt's sisters. Did you see that coming? Were you worried for Alana's life? Did you think she was done for?
Yes, I did.
Really?
I didn't see it coming that they were going to kill her. No, I thought she was going to die. I thought they were saying goodbye. It seemed really sad.
No, I knew Alana's not going to die. Alana's never going to die, okay? As far as I'm concerned, she will
live forever. Big Alana fan then.
Yeah, especially after these last, 2, 3, this season.
Oh, yeah.
I've always liked her, but I don't know, something. Okay, the fact that she said she knew there was something special about the Two Rivers, I'm going to go there. That's so obvious, but she was the one that figured that out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually didn't think she was going to die, not because, the girls would save her, just because I
she's
don't
alive.
want her to die.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Actually, in the books, there's another Aes Sedai that's in the Two Rivers. Won't say who, won't say why. So I was kind of expecting her to show up just out of the blue, like, sup guys, and then heal Alana. But it worked. It worked the way it happened. And I in the show, I don't know that she's ever going to show up to the Two Rivers. Just so we're all on the same page. But she did in the books. But she was with Alana the whole time, so it's completely different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Is there anything else about the Two Rivers? Oh, Padden Fane showed up. Were you expecting him?
I hate him.
Yeah.
so much. I hate his stupid whistle. I hate his stupid face. And okay, why did I not put this together? He shows up when he has the blood on. I guess that's the white clothes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. See, I didn't.
Well, he was wearing white cloak armor. Yeah.
You knew that it was important.
Yeah.
But at the time that we were recording our video, we couldn't put together what it all meant. But then, like through all the discussion in the comments, I think you kind of have a better idea now, right?
Yes. Well, I just knew that it was weird. He said, "Oh, I ran into some trouble with the Trollocs," and I said, "I don't buy anything you're saying." Like, well, no, you didn't. And then, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know the white cloak blood. I knew the blood, but I just didn't put it together. But I just knew he was suspicious.
So he killed white cloaks and took their uniforms, right?
That's the vibe.
We don't. I think that's. Nobody knows.
We don't know for sure.
We think that's the vibe.
The impression.
So, quick question for you then: if you hate Pat and Fane so much,
yes.
How did you feel about seeing Pat and Fane and Eamon Valda on the screen at the same time?
Even more hatred. I hate him too. Literally, the two. I think I hate them more than anybody.
That's number one.
He is the best evil character I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about Valda. Because Fane up until this season has been kind of but Valda consistently from season 1 has been one of my anti-heroes.
Yeah.
He's a mustache twirler. He's the one in the Wheel of Time, I think, that's just like pure evil, right? There's no redeeming qualities. And you mentioned that you love Leandrin, right? So let's kind of use this as a pivot to kind of like talk further about the bad guys, right? So we've got Fane, we've got Eamon Valda, we've got maybe Dane Bornhold. Like, what the heck is he doing? I mean, it feels like he's like, whether he's a dark friend or not, he's not a good person at this moment. We've got Leandrin, we've got the Forsaken that are showing up. How are you feeling about the representation of the bad guys? Are there any major standouts that we haven't talked about yet? And where do you think, this season is kind of going, I guess, with them? Is there any future you see for any of them that you're speculating about? Sorry, that was a huge question. Feel free to just talk about the bad guys.
We love the bad guys.
Her favorite character is
Lanfear.
And mine's Leandrin. So, I mean, I don't know how that happened.
Oh, we're related.
Moggy is the standout of the season for me right now.
Moggy?
Yes.
I mean, she's creepy.
She's so good.
Every time
so good.
I just want to see what she's gonna do. That's like so freaking weird.
I don't know how to digest Elida because she seems like total dark friend, but then she's not, right? Oh, I don't know. But she scares me, and she's a horrible person. And she said horrible things to Swan, which I will never get over.
River trash.
Yeah, what the heck? So she's a bad guy to me just because I don't like her attitude.
People, it was so funny because when we talked about her in our comments, people would say, "Well, you don't need to be a dark friend to be a B word."
Yeah. So it's pretty good. I don't know if she's a bad guy or whatever, but I don't like her. And
I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so Lanfear is your fave, and so the scene between Lanfear and Leandrin this episode, how did that hit for you guys as your two favorite characters? With Lanfear putting her boot under Leandrin's chin?
That was the way she moves so quickly in the dream world too, to like just sneak up on people. It's kind of cool.
I think that Leandrin wants to be Lanfear, and it was like further proven by her saying she wants to become a Forsaken, I suppose, right? So I think she's almost studying her. I think she might even look up to her. Yeah, she's afraid of her because she should be afraid of her, but that's just kind of my working theory right now. And I don't blame her because I know she's a bad person or whatever, but Lanfear is awesome.
I'm wondering too, like my question about Leandrin wanting to be a Forsaken is, when did she have this realization? Is it go back far, or did it happen when Lanfear killed her son? And did she think, well, you know what, like Lanfear's the strongest, right? Like she's like, I don't know, way stronger than Leandrin. Like Leandrin could probably kill her, or Lanfear could kill Leandrin in a second. But if Leandrin became a Forsaken, she could probably get her revenge on Lanfear. And that's her son. Everything motivated, like everything about like protecting her son, that's what motivates Leandrin.
Yeah. So the cold open actually like you know, that takes Leandrin's dark friendery way back to her beginnings as a mother and channeler, it would seem. Were you excited to see Ishamael return?
I said, when he came on screen, I said in my head, I missed you. And I don't, it was so weird. I was delighted to see him. Like, who says that? Who says they're delighted to see Ishii? But I was. For some reason, whatever, I don't know.
Because he's the sanest of the bad guys, and so he just seemed to be like the most the person you could actually have a conversation with that wasn't going to try to gnaw on your nose or your ear or something.
I mean, if you like having a conversation with a nihilist, sure.
Yeah, I mean, but out of all of them,
wants it all to end.
I mean, actually, out of all of them, I think I'd rather sit down. No, because that means he would be compelling me. Never mind. I was going to say Raven, but then the consequences of that would be horrible.
I mean, Raven's a fun dude.
Yeah. I mean, at least you're going to be having fun.
I will say that Joe White, $5 super chat, thank you so much. It bothers me that the darkest skinned people are the most 2D evil, but they are so damned good at it. I have seen the accusations, the chatter online about colorism in the Wheel of Time show, and it is an unfortunate fact that two of the super evil mustache twirlers are darker skinned. I am happy that we have also like Loyal in the mix, but I can't speak for people that are represented.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to challenge that, but I'm going to say we also have three of the most just hideous evil people on the show. Robin with his compelling, which is just disgusting. Moggy,
who's creepy,
who's super creepy, and Lanfear is just evil. Like
Yeah.
I mean, so I think it's pretty evenly balanced. I don't see that it's that bad.
I just see two brilliant actors that make me hate them, and that's
they're nailing it.
I'd love to see Valda on the screen because I know what he's going to deliver is going to be 100% pure gold.
Yeah.
Every time.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong there. Yeah. Again, I don't know the answer. I can't pretend to know the answer. They're doing an amazing job, and I hope that Wheel of Time will just continue to give people of all different cultures and skin colors chances for every role. Essentially, is where I'm at on that. But thank you for the comment. Okay, what else, guys? Where else? Is there anything we haven't talked about that you want to talk about? We haven't talked a ton about Tanchico other than Moiraine, Hills of Tanchico. Okay, we have talked a little bit about Tanchico. What else have we talked about that you want to talk about? Because we're running out of time with you guys. Anything we missed?
Well, yeah, we are very big fans of Tanchico.
Yes.
I mean, just looks like so much fun to be here. We got, the lighter side of some characters, Min even.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was nice that city brought it out of them. That's one of the, and then we were delighted. Obviously, the song, "The Hills of Tanchico,"
so fun.
Got to see Tom Merrilin again there. I mean, that's just doing everything for us.
The costuming.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
Yes,
my favorite.
I'm just a big fan of Tanchico, but
I love Tanchico.
How did you feel about Matt just like randomly picking somebody out of the crowd who just so happened to have the cuff? What
are we missing here? Because that happened. Like something is, you know what I mean? Of all the people, something felt very weird about that. Also, who is that guy and who's his dad that works at the docks? Anyway, very intriguing. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, I can't lie. In the comments, it's kind of people have told us that that's like his superpower, that he's lucky, and then other people have gotten mad at them for saying that. Like, there's people getting mad at each other in the comments for spoiling things for us. So I can't pretend I didn't hear that. So I don't know.
But that still doesn't do it for me. He's lucky.
Well,
I mean, he stumbled across, like, he just blew the horn. He didn't know, like he he just decides to blow it, like that type of thing. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
You brought something up really, really good, Tori, a second ago when you said the part about he just happens to run into this guy. Who's this guy's dad who happens to have trinkets that works at the docks? And this is show only, just show only speculation. There's nothing to do with the books. But it dawned on me that we have seen one person that owns a boat that happens to have a bunch of weird shit.
Oh.
And I was like, they wouldn't. They might. I don't know.
The guy that Moiraine buys stuff from and made a deal with
Dolman.
I was like, would they do that? They might do that.
Is that his dad?
Cool. That would be so.
Daddy Bale. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Daddy Bale.
Daddy Bale.
That would
Oh
be
my God.
interesting.
Also,
that's such a good question related to what we're talking about. So, Miss Angelbella, question for our guests: what did they think of Matt's character this season compared to previous seasons?
That's a really good question.
I'm not even gonna go there.
I
Will you?
love him so much. I love him. I'm just, yeah. Well, you know what really got me? I was already liking him. Like, I did like the whole, like, fighting against the brothers, and I love how he slips into the old tongue. But what really got me was when Egwene was walking in his dream, and he, when his mom said, "I'm proud of you."
Yep.
Oh, wait. We get to do it.
Glasses wrong.
Yeah, that one killed me. That hit so hard for me.
That hit close to home for me, and I just felt for him. And now I'm Team Matt all the way. Like, I love him so much. I love all his interactions with Min, just the way he kind of jokes around with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, makes fun of Elaine for like talking all the time about.
He's the most consistent comedic relief, I think, is where we're at with Matt.
And he pulled a deep cut. He pulled a deep cut to season 1 when he met Tom.
I thought you were talking about his deep V.
No, that too. He did have the deep V. But when he met Tom, he goes, "Remember that lesson you taught me, or whatever?" And he brought that whole thing back to when they met in front of the Aiel in the cage in season 1. That was amazing. I love it when they pull stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Tori, your thoughts on Matt?
So this is difficult for me. The way my brother put it was best. I'm having trouble connecting to Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because I really enjoyed the first actor who played Matt.
Okay.
I don't know if that just threw me off or what. It's very weird. I've seen shows where they recast people. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But something ever since that, I don't know. I care about him. I want only good things for him, all the Two Rivers people. But for some reason, he is least interesting to me. And I don't know if that's what it is. But I mean, I'm proud of him. I love that he beat Galad and Gowan, whatever his name is.
Yeah, we don't remember his name either.
No.
We hate that guy.
Yeah, but I have nothing bad to say. I'm just saying I don't understand the hype yet. I don't feel the hype yet.
Okay. Honestly, like, I was in love with Barney Harris as Matt. Like, I thought he was so fun and funny. And the second season, I think it was a recoup season, because it was literally like, he's not where he's supposed to be on the map. Like, we have to introduce this new actor. What are we going to do? And so I think he just didn't get the chance that he could have gotten to like really shine as Matt. But for me, the third season has done all just he's my Matt, and I'm loving him so much. Honestly, like, the thing that stands out to me the most is when he finds the paintings, and he's like, "She's an artiste," and he's like dancing around. And I mean, he's just like the goofiest, most fun, I don't know, dude in the show, and I love him so much.
Kritter,
personally.
in the Wheel and Chill Discord, in our little group chat, I put a picture of Min from my favorite scene.
Oh, I know. where
she does the shimmy in the face. That was the funny. I laughed so loud at that. I like watched it like 20 times.
Yeah, she's
that face is amazing.
I really appreciated seeing everybody cut loose. You're so right that the Tanchico plot was so I don't know, it was singular, and like it was like a musical episode, but not really. In that it was so fun, and there was a song, basically.
Did you guys catch what the cutthroat guy was saying to Elaine in the background when Matt and Tom were talking?
No, what was it?
He made a comment, something to the effect of, "You look like an Aiel," or something.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that? Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Well, I also thought she looked like an Aiel when I first saw her. I just know because of the hair color. That's why I went there.
Yeah. Anybody with red hair is apparently an Aiel in the Wheel of Time.
There's the picture of Min.
So I get that. I understand him.
Has anybody else been playing the Hills of Tanchico on repeat since the show? Because that's been me. I was literally singing it to the baby dragon.
I found somebody that actually put out guitar chords and a whole music sheet.
That's awesome.
Already.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the guy who composed it or like wrote it is going to be on the Dusty Wheel on Wednesday night. So
Nice.
Something to check out for sure. Something to check out for sure.
What about the other song in Tanchico that we heard? Tom singing.
Oh, that was the. Oh, okay. Yeah, did you guys pick up on that? Sorry, I was about to say something. It's not like a huge spoiler because like there were lyrics.
No.
Like did you catch any of the lyrics? Do you first of all watch on subtitles because that's probably the only way you would have caught the lyrics.
Yeah.
And did you pick up what they were talking about?
No.
I hate to say I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention.
I think I was just so excited for him to be on
back.
That I wasn't even I started talking over it.
Do you all rewatch the episodes?
Yes.
You rewatched it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I don't know. Are you allowed to tell us what the lyric?
It was lyrics and yeah, Tab, go ahead.
The horn is no bar to my what is it? Is it the horn is no bar to my call?
The horn is no bar to my call. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, it's a song about the horn of Valere that he's singing, and that's the song that Matt hears and identifies Tom from like a block away.
Matt being the horn blower, isn't that a fun little?
Which is just hilarious.
Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, don't feel bad. We're geeks. I literally like pause and go like frame by frame sometimes to pick stuff out. So
oh my gosh, I don't even remember what you said the lyrics were, but they're correcting us. The grave is no bar to my call.
Yeah, it's not the horn is no it's the grave, whatever. But it's a song
Y'all
about
were
the
live,
Valere.
okay? It's high stress.
Yeah.
Not really. It's not high stress,
Yeah.
but you know what? Sometimes we make mistakes. So thank you for the correction. Let's see. MJ Daniel said I knew it was Tom as soon as I recognized the
yelling
song.
at me.
He's got this gritty voice that I just can't get enough of personally.
It's so good.
Yeah. And see, Kira Coveney actually sang that song. Like that was her voice. Isn't that awesome?
No
way. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I swore that was somebody else's voice. Good for
that was
her.
her, yeah.
Apparently they had like a party or maybe a rap party, and they like did karaoke or something where there was singing, and Rafe heard her singing, and he was like, you will be singing next season, and that's how it happened. Yeah. And I feel like it was really seamless too, like you know, her being accused of being the daughter of Andor, and then she had to kind of dissuade people of that. It was perfect.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, guys, do we have Winespring? Do you have any questions for them before we let them go? We're running.
Yeah,
over.
what y'all think about how easy it was for Rand to take down Samael after he attacked?
Such a good question.
I'm sure he's not dead.
Oh, you sure he's not dead? Okay.
You don't think he's dead?
He's dead, no.
But he took him down pretty easy.
Yeah, took him down easy. That's true.
That's a good comment. You don't think he's dead?
I don't think he's dead. I don't know why. I just don't. I just feel like if they don't poof into dust like Ishii did.
Give us a body or give us a disintegration. That's what we need. Although it did kind of look like there was a body in the rubble. I guess it didn't have to necessarily.
But Nynaeve has also been a body in rubble.
You're not wrong.
The tower, and then she was not a body, dead.
Okay, so he's alive, possibly knocked out in the rubble. Okay. Okay, predictions for his future?
Oh, that's a good question too, Shane.
I imagine if he's lying there, they would, try to keep him, ask him questions.
Okay, little question.
Figure out what the Forsaken's plans are, maybe.
He seems kind of lame. Like of all the Forsaken, I think he's the. Oh God!
No, I love it.
It's fine. That was just a funny line. He seems kind of lame. It's hilarious.
He would hate that, which is so fun.
Yeah. Like in the Forsaken social in episode 2, somebody said something about him being
the weakest.
Yeah.
Lanfear kind of got after him for that. And fun fact, I don't think it's not a spoiler because you can literally physically see him. But in the books, he's also he's got kind of a Napoleon complex. He's a short king. And so just the fact that like anybody making fun of him kind of makes me laugh because he's got a short temper about being talked down to.
I'm glad you brought that scene up because there's something else there was another deep cut for that scene. Like you said, Winespring brought up that he so easily dismissed. Like he didn't even look back, right? And there was just this explosion of power behind them that looked like the light of 1,000 suns or whatever, and it actually looked like a sun with beams coming off the ends of it, which was incredible. Which was a throwback to when they talked about it in season 1, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Joe White says he comes up short.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I will say I keep pulling up images. I just took screenshots and I didn't edit them at all, and I regret not editing them because some of them are so dark. I wish some of these night scenes were just a little bit lighter. But it's not unique to Wheel of Time. A lot of shows are like that for night scenes.
Yeah, it's
and I
super dark this season.
Well, a lot of night scenes. Night scenes. But yeah, Rand just absolutely owning Samael was pretty great. Did that surprise? I guess did you say, did that surprise you how like handily he just dispatched of him?
I mean, I had the question of like, if he's running from the Forsaken, but he can so easily just, do that. Why are you running? Just wait for them to come at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why do you think he hasn't done that?
Why? Well, I don't really know. I know that he's going to I think he ultimately wants to defeat the Dark One, not the Forsaken. They're just kind of coming after him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he is powerful enough to do that. So he needs to go get the calendar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the calendar. Absolutely.
Calendar.
That's nice.
And he's there to get the army, the Aiel, behind him.
Okay, so you're fully following this.
How I'm on track.
But yeah, so I guess that part he has to do, get the army, I guess. I don't really know, because if he's that powerful, I just don't know why he needs the army. I don't know.
Dana Luhu says Shadow in the Night was the name of the episode. I assume that's why it's so dark.
It's so dark.
Okay, we should let you guys go, but before we do, we haven't yet talked about Avienda. Were you surprised when she conjured the flaming sword spears?
Yes, I said, where the hell did that come from? I just didn't expect it, right? Wasn't that just a total?
We've never seen that.
Yes.
We didn't know she could do that.
So she's already impressive, and then she pulls this out of her hat. I mean, yeah, but yeah, where did that come from? But really,
So I was wondering,
what does it mean?
Has she been able to channel? But because she really is like, she identifies as a maiden of the spear. She's like, I'm not going to use any of that because I don't need that because I'm a maiden of the spear. Mm-hmm. Or has she just kind of recently learned that since she went through Ruidian and now has to become, she has to go through her training. So I just don't know.
Yeah,
that's kind of a question I had in my mind.
Is that so? I could answer it with just kind of like the nature of how the one power manifests in people, which I don't know they're going to talk about, or I could just let you watch and see if that ever gets answered. What's your preference?
I want to know anything and everything you're willing to tell.
Okay, so this isn't really a spoiler because we've seen it. We've heard Nineveh. Oh my God, that was how I used to pronounce it in my head when I read the books in physical copy. It just slipped out. Whoa.
Nice.
Nynaeve talking to Rand about like Egwene being sick and stuff like that. So like essentially for channelers, especially like wilders, if they start channeling before they get trained, it'll just kind of like pop out of them in a moment of like extreme need. So like for Nynaeve, she was a wisdom, right? And so like hers would kind of manifest without her realizing it by healing people. Like if she's got somebody who's deathly ill, every now and then they would just get better. It's like, wow, that's crazy. And so part of me, like, I don't know if they've trained Avienda at all with channeling. It's been off the page or off the screen if they have. Yeah. But even if they hadn't, her wanting to like respond to a threat is so her, because she's a maiden of the spear, that I can see her ability to channel manifesting without any training like that. That's where I'm at. And
that she instinctively went for spears.
And that she see, one of them looks like a sword to me. I am sorry. Like, I know people are like, it's a spear, but like,
they're all. I had to slow down and look at them. They're spears.
They're both spears. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I believe you. So
I just the spear. Their spears have like 1.5 feet, 2 foot long.
They are pretty long. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I hope that doesn't feel like a spoiler to you. But
okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So I feel any further questions, Winespring, Tav, before we let them go? No. Okay, so
I think you guys are amazing.
Yeah, you guys were so insightful. Like, I love how closely you're following like what's going on. I feel like you really have like your finger on the pulse of the plot of the show, which is impressive because, there's a lot going on. What we do at the end of all of our streams, or at least whenever the show only people leave, is we kind of let you have the floor, and you can say whatever you want to say. You could say your favorite quote from The Lord of the Rings. You could talk about what you're hoping for the rest of the season. You could talk about what your dog's names are. Whatever you want to say before you sign off, the floor is yours. And once again, thank you so much for being here. You guys were amazing.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. Seriously, it's an honor. Really.
Well, you guys are great. It's an honor. Right back at you.
All I have to say is I need more Hopper, the goodest boy, because I love him and I miss him so much.
I don't have anything. Can't think of anything. I just want to see what happens.
Oh, he put his glasses
on. Okay. The glass. We too want to see what happens. We're super hyped for the upcoming episodes. And yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. You guys, thank you so much for being here. And we hopefully will get you back on sometime.
I hope so. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Amazing. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
That was so awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
She had to bring him up at the end.
Pretty good last thought.
It was an amazing last thought.
Okay. So, everyone,
Veils are off.
You can see now that the full book spoilers marker is up. We haven't done full book spoilers yet, but we are about to. So focus up. If you don't want spoilers, we could talk about the last line of the books under this umbrella. So get out of here. Okay. Do we feel fully warmed? Warmed. Warmed. Yeah, I'm also warmed up as well. Exceptionally warmed. Okay, so I feel bad because I said to David Bianco, who super chatted, I believe this was Brazilian 10, theorizing what with the Aiel meeting in Alcair Dal. Why did the Shido clan, Sivan and Couladin reject him? Is he a Karkon? Oh my gosh. Okay, so you wanted us to ask them. That's sad. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought we were going to speculate about what was going to happen in Alcair Dal, and that felt to me like we couldn't really speculate because we kind of know.
That's spoilers for them because we haven't gotten there yet.
Well, right, but they have technically talked about the fact that that's going to happen, and we have met Couladin.
Yeah, but I mean, they haven't really explained what Alcair Dal is, so at least not thoroughly. Right. I think that would have been a bit of a spoiler for them.
It was close, so I apologize. Yeah. It was close, but anyways, So yeah, now that we know, assuming it happens the same way as it happened in the books, Couladin's going to roll in with the dragoons, and we're going to have a little bit of confrontation. So that's pretty exciting.
Well, I mean that does bring us to, how did he get the dragoons in the books?
Forsaken. So the question is Samael going to be replacing Asmodean now that he's knocked out? I think probably. Which sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. As long as Asmodean shows up sometime, I'm fine. Do we think the guy with the hat and the abs is Asmodean? Because I've seen that speculated in Tanchico. Winespring? Nay. Yay, nay.
I don't think that's him. I mean, I keep hearing it. Winespring, your thoughts? Because
No idea. No idea on that one. It's an interesting theory, but
it is interesting. I don't think it's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more Samael could be Asmo. That's what they're doing there.
Rafael Chiavon Alvira, $2 Brazilian. If Samael is alive, is he taking the role of Asmo? I think so. It seems likely. Also, Joe White, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. The show starts with Leandrin saving a child and Rand killing a child. Discuss.
Bookend.
Disgust or discuss?
Discuss.
Oh.
Can we just talk about that scene with Rand? We didn't really fully hash it out. That was hard to watch in the sense that it was great TV, but really dark, right? Yeah.
I honestly could have gone without the sound effects. I could have done without the sound effects.
Okay.
We saw what was going on. I think that was added, and it was a bit much.
Okay.
But it was great TV. But yeah.
Okay. The sound effects. I'm trying to even remember.
We're talking about when he comes after he tried the first time, and he comes back and he goes, I bring destruction, but I also bring creation.
Yeah.
and he says, "Breathe, Alcera," and he starts, and you hear the bones breaking.
Okay,
and
yeah.
It was way too much.
Yeah, I remember like fleshy something or another.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay, Winespring, how'd this hit for you?
Yeah, I thought the sound effects kind of brought it to life, which is what made it what it was supposed to be.
100%, yeah.
So also, like, I couldn't help but think he really does need to learn to fight and think about what's happening around him, because she didn't need to die being upstairs. He could have defeated Samael a different way, and then she maybe wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't know she was there.
Yeah, why bring down a building? When you know people live in these buildings, why not do something different?
I mean,
I mean, the wild lightning bolts, it was giving
Yeah.
when Rand was using Kalendor. But granted, like, Kalendor had that flaw, which is part of the reason the lightning went crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it did seem pretty out of control.
Like, he needs someone to train him. Like, this is a good, like, push in that direction, I think, for that.
Yeah, it was definitely book canon / non-book canon, because they weren't in tier, but the lightning strikes on a smaller scale. Can you imagine if they'd done that in tier like it was in the books? Holy mother of pearl.
A lot.
That would have been insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
But somebody brought this up, and I'll let you guys discuss it because I'm still a little kerfuffled about it. When Rand was standing there and he had the power going through his hand, and the taint was kind of at the top, and you could see that it was kind of gone at the bottom a little bit, or it was less underneath. Somebody brought up that it was as if he was filtering the taint out, not unlike Alana taught Egwene and Nynaeve how to filter the dirt out of the water. And I was like, that's a really, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
It's interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it was a choice letting him, like, to me it felt almost like he was caressing the power, like he loved that it, like he had it, you know, he was essentially wielding it, and it was like this precious thing to him, for lack of a better word. But it's an interesting thought for sure.
It looked incredible too.
Yeah, it really did.
Like the shield and the way he was attacking, how he didn't even turn to look at him, like he just knew, you know, fire this way. Like, it was really, really interesting to watch.
It was almost as if someone who knew Samael and how that Samael would be insulted beyond belief that they didn't even look at him to take him out.
How embarrassing.
Was channeling. Yeah. It's like somebody, and I haven't heard, I hear the whispers. I don't know what the hell they're saying.
Okay, see, yeah, people were like, there are whispers. I really need
there
to watch
are,
this scene
but
back,
I don't know what they're saying
in slow-mo.
And it looks like he's listening to them too, right? That moment?
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's like responding. Yeah.
Because so whenever it was maybe last episode, maybe this episode. Actually, it might have been this episode. Whenever Lanfear showed up for Moiraine, she's like, I'm sending someone.
It was
totally him,
and
right?
She said, let him handle it. To me, it's like, okay, so was she trying to bring Lews Therin out of Rand by sending Samael?
Oh, maybe.
That's a good theory, because I knew that she had said that, and I figured it was Samael, right?
See, I thought it was Asmodean, because I was like, oh, that's what.
No. I didn't know who was coming. Once Samael showed up, I knew that was the connection. Yeah. But to me, it's weird that they're still kind of working together. And she said something interesting to Moiraine. She goes, "You're afraid of me now. What did you see in the rings?" And I got the same vibe from Moiraine when she was sitting with Rand, and she looked like she was terrified of Rand when they were talking. Like, she didn't know how to answer him, because it almost looked like she was afraid he was going to snap.
Well, she experienced a lot.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Davey Elmer saying we know Alexander Karam recorded voice work for season 3, so that makes sense.
I have to go back and listen.
I know. I need to I need to re-listen too. I watched it. I edited my reaction, and now I need to watch it again strictly for pleasure.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you guys catch on to Tom's and Matt's wordplay when they first met up in Tanchico? and Matt tells him, "You left me for dead fighting a Fade," and Matt literally looks at him and he goes, "You look great," like as a question, like saying, and no, he goes, "And you're not dead," as a question, right? And then he says, "I've paid too much already." Do you think he made a deal? I know Winespring hates this question.
I don't think so.
You don't think he made a deal to survive that fight?
No.
All right. She's so angry about it. No, I'm just kidding.
How do we feel about the old Tom here in Tanchico as Asmodean in disguise theory?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Tom being Asmodean?
Yeah. Well, no,
Everybody's
I don't think he was
Asmodean.
originally Asmodean. I think like Asmodean might have him in a trunk, Mad Eye Moody,
like in a mine cage or
Oh
whatever.
my
they're called.
gosh.
What are those things called? Mine cages?
Disturbing.
It's not a stasis box.
No, what are
is
those?
it?
No,
What
it's
is
the
it?
thing that he
I
puts
know,
that Morden puts people in.
I know.
Chat.
Oh my God, it's too late. It's too late for me.
Lori asked, "Why does Tom have Matt's hat?"
It's a good question. Part of me is like, are they gonna kill Tom and Matt's gonna take the hat, or are they gonna? Ooh, is he gonna dice Tom for it and take the hat? Would that be?
That
great?
would be amazing.
Okay, over dice, that would be cool.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. That would be pretty cool.
The Corsuvra.
So
That's
did
not what I'm asking
Elaine-
people. It's I don't want the old tongue name. I want. Didn't they call it like a mine something? Mine trap? No. Damn it! I can't remember what it was called.
I know what you're talking about, and I can't think of it.
Anyways,
Winespring,
whatever.
what were you saying?
Thank you, chat.
So Tom recognized Elaine. Do we think Elaine recognized Tom?
I saw somebody say that she called him old man at one point,
did.
which sound was like familiar.
Well, he started it off by calling her a lazy chit, which I think is what triggered her, because he might have said that to her as a child. He goes lazy chit, and she went lazy, and she looked at him, and then she called him old man. Do you know the song Old Man or whatever? And I think there was some recollection there.
Like, would he have taught her the song?
Oh no,
Or
he
she
wouldn't have taught her that
would-
song. I hope
Not
not.
intentionally, but maybe.
That's
She heard
interesting.
him
See, I
do it?
thought like in her extensive research on the boat, that's where she learned the song, because they like made a point of having her research Tanchico, and I could see her in her little naive mind being like,
So
"Oh,
sweet.
what such an interesting tale about the city."
She even in the book, she knew so much about all these other nations because she was being, groomed to be the queen.
Yeah.
So to me, when I watch stuff like that and stuff like that happens, it doesn't faze me, and I don't think about it because my book brain is going, "Oh yeah, she knows this stuff," right? But I have to remember in the show they haven't really, they haven't delved into that aspect of her wholeheartedly yet.
Yeah, I don't think she recognized him. I think if she does recognize him, it'll come later. I think she was just playing the apprentice by being like old man or whatever, like trying to be really familiar. I'm seeing in the chat people talking about Tom being Jane Farstrider. Noel, how do we feel about that? I mean, you don't need them both. So I kind of like it.
I mean, the fact that granted, it's Tom. That's another thing that I didn't think about. When he pulled up, he goes, "Oh, for somebody who's learned so much, you don't know about the shackled man of Tanchico or whatever."
Oof.
So he knew.
Know? Yeah, how did he know?
Yeah,
That's
well, he's a gleeman, so he would be expected to know this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think about? This has been bugging me all freaking week. Like, I hate math.
It's Mind Trap. Keep going.
Mind Trap, thank you. And I've been mathing all week because we find out that Ludrin was 94 years old when he passed, because it was a year from where they're at now, right? She, I believe, said she was 12 when she had him, and it's now 90. It's been now 95 years, so she's 107.
Good for her.
So what does that make Moiraine?
Yeah, like she's not very old.
Because they were weren't they novices together?
I don't think so.
I don't know if they said in the show if they were novices, but I remember that it drew me back to that scene where Leandrin was rubbing her face, talking about, and I was like, okay, that was creepy.
Because we have to remember that we've met her sister, and there's only so much of an age gap that there can be between
like her baby sister.
her baby sister. So like,
no, or was it her? Yeah, so Moraine's
her baby sister.
eldest.
Yeah.
Moiraine was her eldest. Yeah, I mean, she couldn't be in the hundreds because unless
90s,
unless her mom had a baby at like 20 and then again at like 40. But even then, no, because there's no way that her sister was 80 years old.
Yeah,
so.
that's, and then they brings to mind that Ishii has been out. Well, was at least touching the world for 90 something years.
Well, Leandrin was in a
probably
dream
before that.
Yeah, she was in a dream.
Yeah,
so that was way easier for him to touch.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's been doing it for like 90 something years.
He's been dabbling.
I also had to do some research on when the Black Ajah started, right? And from I was talking to somebody on one of the streams, and they actually looked it up, and they said that it goes back to there were people that would have been Black Ajah back in the Age of Legends, but they didn't have Ajahs.
So just Aes Sedai Dark Friends, yeah.
Right, Aes Sedai Dark Friends. But do you think for the show purposes that Leandrin would be the first, and that's why she was able to put 4 hearts together? Because there would be way too much history to have to explain the Black Ajah otherwise, I think.
I guess for me, it's just like not something there's always going to be Dark Friends, essentially, is where I'm at.
Oh no, Joe White, stop it.
Aludra. Yeah. Whenever we found out that the guy who played Aludrin was cast and his name was Aludrin, the entire fandom went absolutely berserk.
We never do that.
Yeah. Does that mean we're not getting Aludra? Like,
there's some stop people.
It was wild.
There are
the yell was awesome.
I feel sorry for Reese because she's still waiting for Aludra to pop up.
Well, yeah.
But then what if she has an epic intro? Like, you might as well you like wait and then have an incredible intro rather than get like a soft intro early. It's like with Elaine, right? She wasn't in season 1, and then we got her and it was incredible in season 2. So
the moment I'm waiting for after this episode is with Moggy and Nineveh.
Thank you.
Nineveh.
Yeah.
That is going to be awesome because they definitely set us up for it in a beautiful way.
It's so good.
I know. There's like
I almost thought it was going to happen already. Like
have you been like following the people who have done like spoiler-free reviews of the whole season?
No.
I've been trying to avoid it so hard, and I'm not going to say, but there's something that I've seen that makes me think I know what's going to happen.
That's why I don't watch them. It's too hard.
I don't want to know. It makes me mad. I don't
even watch the previews anymore for the next episode.
I don't
it's like, it's more fun actually.
I've said it, and I think Winespring said it a bunch of. I usually don't watch other people's stuff only because when we come on here, I want my thoughts to be my thoughts. Even if somebody said it 10 million times or 10,000 people have said the same thing before, I don't want to be, sound like I'm copying somebody else.
That's why I always say in my comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That I came up with that on my own.
Will we get Brigitte?
Not this season.
I don't think we're getting there at all.
I do.
They're still trying to fix her wig. It'll take a while.
somebody said that that Elaine was going to bond Min.
Oh,
and I was instead of Brigitte, and I was like,
they're not really close yet.
No,
yet. You never know what the way they're doing the show, y'all. You just
I have a polycule theory.
Okay.
So you know how in the books Rand is the pin, right? That kind of pulls Elaine and Avienda and Min all toward him. I think in the show it's gonna be Elaine. Elaine pulled Avienda in. She's spending time with Min now, and Min finally sees her as a party, whatever. So if there's something going on with them, and I think eventually her and Rand are going to get together, and then she's going to have Min and Avienda with her. And I think that they've changed the dynamic, but that's just a theory.
I don't know what they're going to do with Min. She's had no real interaction, like meaningful interaction with Elaine yet,
or Rand, or anybody,
or Rand. That's what
I'm
saying.
The bar with Rand was really good. Like she helped him decide to go to the Blight
in season 1. Yeah.
They had that bonding.
They did, and she did tell him about the three pretty.
Flirty. It wasn't flirty though.
No.
I don't think.
Do you think she saw
I think
herself?
it was a little
and then
flirty when it
pushed?
started, but yeah, not like over the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that she saw his vision, and told him, see three pretty women and whatever, and then just said, "I'm out, deuces, I'm gone," and just took off because she is trying to avoid it?
I think, I don't know.
It's a tough call because
Min is an enigma, and honestly, at Jesus AW, I mean, story wise, how would that work? Rand is the center of the poly because that's what drives the central story of the show. It doesn't have to, honestly.
No, he doesn't have to. Right?
Basically, having the three women and him, they could have any degree of relationship with one another, and it would work because Rand essentially needed Elaine to mentor him with leadership, which she already has.
Yes.
He needed Avienda for his connection with the Aiel, which she's already doing. And he needed Min as
grounding
him. To ground him and as his researcher.
Yeah.
both grounding though is an important one, obviously.
And clearly she's an artiste.
And she's an artiste. So I if they have relationships with one another, which let's be honest, Elaine and Avienda did. Whether it was romantic or not, it was off the page, but it felt
it was romantic.
Romantic to me.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. And if Min is on her own on an island and she's friends with the other girls, but romantic with Rand, that's a totally normal poly situation to exist. And so
I can't wait for that Egwene Rand conversation.
Well, I think Egwene and Rand are done for.
I know. Just kidding.
And
I think we're all glad about that.
Yes,
I can stop being oh, look at them. How cute.
I honestly, listen, to go back, I honestly can't believe they wrote it the way they wrote it.
But show only people, it's giving them what they need, it seems.
It is.
Yeah.
But it was rough. It was rough to watch. I was like, dude,
was.
what? Shut your mouth right now, dude. Just stop talking.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, I just pissed off Kritter again. Sorry, Kritter.
No, it's
well,
fine.
and part of that scene, it makes you kind of hate Rand, but then you see him grieving and how powerful he is, the girl, and it's he's complex. It gave him a little bit of complexity. Yeah,
you even see it in Egwene. Egwene's upset with him, and all of a sudden, then you see him with the child, and you could just see it in her face, her heart's breaking for him.
Yep. Yeah.
They
made us feel like Egwene this season there. Yeah.
So true. Actually,
but one of the best moments.
Picture of that. But yeah.
One of the best moments was with Moiraine walking up and touching his shoulder. Oh my gosh!
Instant stop.
Golly, that was beautiful. Yeah,
it was.
Yes.
Oh. And to be honest with you, I think in that moment she was the only character that could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, she touched his shoulder, and it was just
she's making choices knowing he could kill her.
Yeah.
Right.
But she's still doing the right thing.
But she's still doing it. Yeah.
Which is so
it actually is
noble.
making me like Moiraine a lot in the show.
Well, I mean, she said it last episode? Didn't she say last episode? I've never done anything but try to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the question is was she helping Rand or the dragon? And I think here she was helping Rand, which was nice. We got $10 super chat from Joe White. In my brain canon, the red rod was going to be a karaoke rod. Obviously not now. Will we get the red rod? What will it be? Also, boobs. I mean, Hills. Thank you, Joe White, for the $10.
No, I just wanted you to say that.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you just wanted me to say boobs on the stream. So the boobs of Tanchico. I don't know that we'll get the red rod. Obviously, we have Elaine and her ability to tinker with things, so I would love to see her manifest ability to create Terra Grial. That would be really cool. Whether the red rod comes into play at all, we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, I think we might get that opportunity because they've already mentioned the Panarch's Palace, right? We know from the book.
The caller.
That Elaine might be I think this does X or whatever.
Yeah, that there might be other stuff there that she tries to identify. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Dang it, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh,
it's neat. Okay, go ahead.
Go.
It was neat, just to get back to Moiraine just real quick. The moment when her and Rand were communicating and she sees everything rattling and she knows that that's him channeling, but we don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So then later on when he's actually channeling and we're seeing what it looks like, she's still just seeing things rattle and she knows that's what he's doing. I thought that was really, really well done for a TV show to see that.
Yeah, and I think that's why they did the sound effects, right? Because we're seeing the light, we're seeing the channeling going into the body.
Aren't.
They are not. So they're hearing and they're seeing the body jolt, right?
Yeah.
That's a really good
I guess
point.
it was very, very crazy.
Like they just see Rand standing there, and then a building comes down. Like that's all they saw. Like that.
Well, I think they saw the lightning.
They probably saw the lightning.
Yeah,
you think so?
Because the weaves like
it was actually
created lightning. Like
okay.
with air and water. Yeah.
Wow.
What I was going to say before Winespring brought that up was for the Hills of Tanchico, going back to that, there's a line in there that I think changes things a bit. Like the line where it says, these hills will take down a ship's crew or something like that.
Flatten the whole ship's crew.
Flatten the whole ship's crew. And these hills will make a man out of you. I think the first line, she's talking about her butt because she actually turns around and shows her butt. She goes, these hills will flatten a whole crew, right? A whole ship's crew. And these hills will make a man out of you.
It's the important things that we speculate about here on the Wheel of
I paid close attention to all those lines.
Shocking.
So apparently, I saw this. I saw this on X. Somebody was like tweeting Sarah Nakamura, and she responded. There's a line in the books, as I recall, and I believe it's whenever the tavern boss was making Swan sing a raunchy song, but it was or somebody was singing a raunchy song in a tavern while Swan was trying to like get eyes and ears information. But anyways, it's these hips will flatten a whole ship's crew, I think, and so the fact that they like tweaked it a little bit for the Hills of Tanchico is kind of hilarious.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
And don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that was the conversation, but your girl is all over the place, so who knows? Tim D has super chatted $1.99. Egwene backs away from Rand channeling. Avi doesn't. Interesting observation.
Yeah, Avi just took that whole thing in stride.
I mean, she's a maiden.
I know.
Former maiden.
She's Aiel. I mean,
she was sleeping right outside his door, wasn't she? That's how she got there so quick.
True.
And that's from the books, right?
Well, it wasn't nighttime yet, and she was told to be near him from sunup till he goes to bed, and it wasn't bedtime because it was the sun was just setting.
It was the Panarch. Sorry, it wasn't the Swan situation. It was the Panarch who was singing the song. That was when the Black Ajah was making her do it. You guys are right. Thank you for the correction. Yeah, you guys are the best. Sorry,
but yeah, Avi was right there.
Yeah. It's so interesting. And when you think about it, like not only is Avi obviously destined to like be with Rand, but she's also one of the people of the dragon, right? This is just something that they have to accept, deal with, whatever. Like he's the one. So what are you gonna do?
It was mentioned in the episode, and now I'm just curious. This I don't think does anything of import, but who is Sarah's sister that takes care of the goats, and are we going to meet her?
I have no idea.
I mean, it just popped up because she said my sister takes care of the goats. She's the goat herd, right? And now I wonder if we're going to see her. Or we're going to meet the sister, and I wonder who it might be.
That was such a cute little thing. Like, what do shepherds watch? Sheps.
Oh my god, it was so great.
I swear to God, if they say it's Leah, I'm going to lose my shit.
Oh god. Well,
Yikes.
they wouldn't do that to us.
Don't
Two
lose
in
it.
one family. Ruark's.
They wouldn't do that to us.
All of Ruark's children dying.
Grandchildren?
Because of Rand, or grandchildren? Yeah, come on.
They would totally do that to us. They brought up Hopper again. Damn it. Now I got to blast myself.
So how did you guys feel about this episode? This veil crown is like getting.
It's real cute though, the way you're wearing it.
Yeah, it looks amazing, but I took mine off. It was too hot.
Yeah, it's not hot. It just keeps slipping, but it's fine. Anyways, what was
you want to know how we feel about the episode?
The episode compared to the other episodes. I've seen a lot of people say that was their favorite one yet. It had a lot of good stuff.
Not my favorite. Four is still my favorite.
Yeah.
100%. It's gonna be hard to beat, I think, for me. Yeah. But I really like that we got so much story, so much communication. It was really good though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it tied for first for me.
Really?
Yeah, because the scene with Alcera and in the show, but even in the books, was a very touching scene for me and something that was real. Like I could connect with it almost viscerally because of other experiences. So it was they really did a good job. As much as I hated seeing it and hearing it, they did an amazing job of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I didn't know. As people are saying it was too dark, I didn't think it was that dark. Like maybe I had my brightness all the way up on the TV or something. I feel like I could see everything. Yeah.
Did you have your lights off?
Well, yeah, of course.
If you watch it with the lights off, there's no
fine.
problem.
Yeah.
It's if you have a single light on, you're done.
For me,
oh man,
I've got
great.
ring lights, so I'm looking at the screen and it's like, okay, I can see, but
oh yeah, that would be awful. Yeah.
But the thing is even I'll take screenshots of my normally lit desktop computer, and whenever I look at them, it's like, my God, I can't see what's going on.
No,
so I have to if I manage to edit them, I have to brighten them like crazy to see.
I actually I took a screenshot of the portal when Samael came through.
Yeah.
With the Aiel, because we were discussing to see if it was Shido.
Yeah.
Or not. And so I took a screenshot and I lightened the hell out of it. And it was not. Because they picked the Shidos wearing dark clothing, and these people were just wearing regular Aiel. I mean, they had their black veils up, but other than that, it was just regular Aiel clothing. So,
and they were making the sounds like they make, and everything.
Let me know in the chat, by the way. I have the picture of Samael up that I think, to me, looks like basically pitch black. So let me know if
really. Wow! It just came up.
It's really dark.
Oh, that would be hard. It looked totally different when I watched it.
Totally different.
Totally different.
Like when I was watching so that was tricky.
I have my brightness up really all the way, and that's dark. Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to talk about this question from Dana Luhu. How do you feel about Fail's mom being a dark friend now that you've had a chance to sit with it?
Is she lying?
That's the hope. I don't think she's lying. I want her to be lying so bad because Dira, that's her name. She is a legend.
She is a legend.
Hilarious. I love her.
Could they make her a legend in a different way for the show?
I was so mad.
Right.
I mean, they could. So the options are this: either she is a dark friend and Fael is telling the truth, or Fael is lying, and she is a dark friend because somebody actually messaged me earlier today saying that they think Fael is a dark friend.
Well,
and if that's the case,
Dr. S or Tori, one of them.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what?
And that's and that would totally justify my who came through the ways conversation.
Interesting. True. The thing about it is, Fael. Sorry, no, I'm just I hope she's lying, because that wouldn't be too far fetched for Fael to come up with some kind of backstory to make herself.
Why she ran away?
More interesting. Yeah, and to kind of not talk about her family, right? She has a perfect reason now not to talk about them. I don't think that's gonna be it. I think she really is a dark friend. Yeah. But or again, full book spoilers, maybe Dira was being compelled at the time. I don't know.
Maybe she was testing her daughter. I'm a dark fan, you have to be one. And then she ran away.
I saw that theory too, that she was testing Fael. Because they're Borderlanders. They're pretty tough. They're pretty tough.
And maybe she panicked and took off.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. I can believe that. I can totally believe that.
But we all know for sure that Fael is a vampire. That's the one thing that we're
oh my god.
Listen,
I mean, look at her.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she can bite my neck any day. That woman is gorgeous.
She is busy with Perrin. Sorry.
I don't care. I got padded shirts on.
Speaking of Perrin and Fael, so he smirks before the kiss happens. Do we think that was him sensing or smelling Fael's interest?
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
He it's very subtle.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I like it.
I didn't notice it the first time. I actually noticed it the second time. I was like, I actually thought it was the actor breaking scene. And I was like, wait, that might be Perrin smelling her.
I love that. Oh my God, what a find. That's perfect.
That's a brilliant.
Thank
holy
you,
shit.
Thank you very much. I asked him on his on his page, but
and in the same episode where Moggy is also sniffing underpants or whatever the hell.
Well,
she's
they were
doing.
clean, but
I would hope.
People are not thinking that Aiel is a liar. Sorry, Wetlander, help me. I don't get the Aiel is a vampire reference. Was it Aaron?
Somebody,
I think one of our show only guests came on and speculated that that Aiel was a vampire because she's like, Perrin's a werewolf.
A werewolf.
It was the best thing ever. I didn't want to bring this up when Dr. S and Tori were here because they were really close.
I have one of those moments too.
I didn't want to bring it up, but Matt says a line that would have answered their question about Matt when they're walking away, and he says to Tom, "If you're lucky, I'll tell you who blew the horn of Valere." Which would be funny that and he also when they're talking to when he's talking to the two people saying, he says, "This isn't the right piece for me." Yeah, Matt, because it's an Ashendara, you dipshit. The fact that they put that line in the I was like, that's glorious.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So yeah, so he's been dropping hints the entire episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope they start to like him.
We've got I know. Yeah,
I really hope
that's right.
No, one of them. Okay, we got $5 super chat from Shane Fahey. Who do you think was using compulsion on Shiriam in season 2? Given Naomi confirmed in this episode that she wasn't capable of anything but causing amnesia.
I think it was Leandrin.
Yeah.
I think it was Leandrin.
And where is Shiriam?
I assumed it was Leandrin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because compulsion, you don't need to delve into like what Naomi was doing was basically lobotomies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compulsion is a whole different kind of thing. So I think that's something that Leandrin could pull off.
And if it wasn't Leandrin and Lanfear also had some conversations. So it could have been part of the I don't know, deal between them.
Yeah, because no one else was awake yet, right? Other than Lanfear and Ishi at that moment.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's somebody who said Matt's abs Meyer freaking Knuckles mustache. That dude's abs were ridiculous.
Insane.
It's like somebody put bricks on his gut and just let him walk out like that.
Literally.
Maxim's getting jealous, y'all. Come on.
That's why they didn't put him in the same scene.
Right? What I didn't want to say in front of our guests was because they really liked Tanchico. I don't like Tanchico.
You don't like New Orleans?
Do you not like the song?
No, I love the song, the costuming, the setup, everything. I just don't like what we're having to watch. And I know why they're putting it in there. And thank goodness they're not like other shows who really glorify some of these moments. But even just having them on the screen, Nynaeve reacting I was really thankful for that. Her mood ought to have been ruined. It really, and that's kind of why I don't like it. I just don't want to see anymore.
I'm confused. I'm not sure I'm not tracking.
The children that are being sexualized.
Oh, that. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of
I thought you were talking about the compulsion.
No. Because Nynaeve in the bar is having a great time. She's laughing, and then she sees it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is where we are. We're not supposed to like Tanchico. It is evil. It is an evil place." There's a reason Leandrin ended up how she is, because that hundreds of years Tanchico's been that and hasn't been fixed yet.
Yeah,
there's a problem. Yeah.
Yep. And that's when they were talking about the RNF or the resting Nynaeve face. That he's like, that's my face. So good.
That was a good line.
But that was, it was mentioned a couple of times, right? Leandrin mentioned it. I saw the girl today, and then we see Nynaeve see it. Actually, no, we see it a third time. Later on when they end up talking to the old man. Well, when Min has the vision. Actually, it's the same thing, isn't it? Never mind.
The same bar scene, yeah.
Yeah, same scene. I thought it was a third time. Yeah. It's horrible.
It's a bad place.
It's a terrible place.
I guess it's the things that our characters are doing. Obviously, they're trying to find Deets and get information, but also just the fact that it's in this party setting. It's got this crystallized sheen over top of all the grossness. Filth. Yeah.
I had another thought about Ab Boy's Papa.
Okay.
What if it's old? What's the guy's name? Old Cully? Is that what was his character's name? the guy that ran the criminal underground in Abu Dar, I think it was.
I have no idea.
He was like a bum. He was like a street guy, but I think his name was Old Cully. Chat will correct me. They've been
like confusing a whole different book series is what you're saying.
No. Old Cully was,
so I don't know.
there.
No, I am. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure I can like figure out. Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out, because the fact that anytime they mention someone, I start trying to figure out who the hell they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah.
Okay, so Rocky Outcrop is asking why the baby was in Ta'veren Tavern, and I just, because this is like a thing that I've heard recently as like a new parent, I want to share. So what they say is, in the first 6 months of a baby's life, they cannot distinguish between themselves and their mother. And so in my mind, the baby being in Ta'veren Tavern makes sense because of the like extreme bond between a newborn and their mother. That's
and the baby's been in mother's womb.
Newborn.
Yeah, the baby's been in the womb for 9 months, so it's kind of
it's connected. Yeah. They're connected.
Yeah. And y'all, we called it. We were like, that's probably Leandra. And it was.
Whoever's leaving. Oh, Wolf Brother's leaving.
Oh. Bye, Wolf Brother. Thanks for being here.
Oh, just a little side note. I don't know if he's still here. Yesterday during the Wheel of Time Fantasy League, which we are now in 5th place. We're no longer in last place. Woo!
Yay!
How many teams are there?
There's 6.
Yeah, you had to ask it. Yeah.
We're 5.
I was just curious.
Wolf Brother showed up last night to discuss and argue for points, not having watched the episode yet because he was waiting for his wife to get home. And I just wanted to point out how brave that was.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't show up. I
would not do it.
Davey, that's a good point. Leandra was not in Tar. Is she entered her dreams? Another good point.
That is a good point.
Yeah, but it would be cute if she could enter Tar if the baby was there with her because they are connected.
And man, Ishii really is so compelling. Like in that moment, when she has just been looked over. And just she is insignificant. Her pain means nothing to anybody. Like, and then he shows up with his sweet voice and his
kind eyes,
kindness. Like, yeah. Oh man,
can help you.
Can you blame her?
Rough.
But so it's mind-boggling, right? The scope of it, what you're talking about. Out of all the people in the entire Randland, he shows up for this little girl holding a baby.
So he felt something.
Yeah.
There was rage.
Yeah, there had to be a level of emotion that he was able to latch onto that was insane.
She smashed his head in with his feet, or with her feet. That's
there's some stomping going on.
That's some emotion, from a child. Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, you know what? In this situation. Slay queen.
Kudos.
Like, you need some water when you're done.
Right. Some cookies.
I'll make you some cookies.
There's one thing this season that's been bugging me, and that's the contradictions. I don't know if you guys have noticed them. Like toward the beginning of the season when they were like, "We're all gonna stick together," we're gonna go everywhere together, and the very next scene, we're all going apart. Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Maggie who was annoyed by that?
She mentioned that too. But then we have the wise ones telling Egwene, you can't overpower a shadow soul in the dream. And then the very next scene, you just have to believe that you're stronger and you can overpower.
No, there's a distinction.
I know
between Ta'veren Tavern and her dreams.
We get that, but I don't think it was clear enough for show people. Okay. I think it was a little vague. And
that reminds me, somebody has a question out. Like I save comments on TikTok to reply to them when I get time. Somebody's like, "Can you explain Ta'veren Tavern to me because what's going on?"
Nice.
So I need to do that because you're right. It could be confusing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the way that Lanfear was looking at Egwene on that wheel. It was a little like, maybe I see where Moiraine season you.
Do you guys think she was going to kill her and that the pin saved her life?
I think she was going to toy with her, hurt her. It's too much fun. Why would she kill her?
It is, but I think she pissed her off when she said, does he, wait till I tell him what you've been doing or whatever it was she said. And she fucking snapped. I mean, why
would she lie to her though and be like, he already knows?
Because it's Lanfear.
Well,
she just doesn't want her to hurt.
If she was going to kill him. kill her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would she?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't. Well, I mean, she didn't. Did she say that after that she said the line? Because I think she said it before. She said, "Does Rand know?" And she goes, "Oh, he knows everything." And then she says, "What if I tell?" I don't know. I can't remember the. But then she grabbed her by the throat.
Man, and Egwene was ready with that. Like she believed Lanfear.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Which to me, I'm like, what? Like Rand would. I mean, I guess if he was mad, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, and Lanfear just
Well,
says
she
stuff for
accused him of that.
emotional damage.
True.
Yeah.
She did accuse him of that.
And
But-
I wrote this down. Sorry, real quick. I wrote this down. And it's a visual thing. Lanfear's makeup in
It's a little
Ta'veren
missing.
changes
Mhm.
every time. And for this one, man, when she was with Egwene, her eyeshadow was ridiculous.
Dark.
It was intense. Yeah, it was really cool.
And
I
it
love
was
the way they did that.
smudging, which was really surprising to me when I saw it.
Do you think she's
Because you know how
trying?
easy it is to smudge that kind of makeup? So it's either a makeup issue or they did it on purpose. So
Do you guys think Lanfear cries over Egwene's relationship with Rand?
no, I think she
Right.
tortures Egwene.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what Rand does next with the information that he got about.
Because he was actually upset.
Yeah,
He was actually upset. Oh, that's kind of, I know we're running out of time, so I can make it my final thought if you want.
Okay.
Is that what we want to
Well,
start doing?
you go ahead, and then we
Okay,
can do
okay.
final thoughts after.
So with the Rand Egwene moment, and then him getting really upset at what he heard about Lanfear torturing Egwene, and he gets mad, and you hear everything start rumbling because he's starting to pull on the power, and that's when Samael shows up. Like I feel like it could have gone maybe much worse if he wasn't already drawing all that power in. Like he was ready to defend, and I thought that was really neat. Like almost like Ta'veren-esque moment, like how it all the
Okay.
timing worked exactly the way it
It's a good
needed
call.
to.
That's interesting. Very Ta'veren.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
like
we
that
know
a
they're
lot.
relying on that for a lot of things.
That's true.
I mean, I like it. So.
I'm not the plot armor. is
Not
great.
mad.
Speaking of Ta'veren, because we talked about Matt and his luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we talked, and you just brought up Rand. Perrin finding the two girls that could heal Olenna to heal him.
Mm-hmm.
Ta'veren.
That's crazy. I mean, plot armor, but whatever. Yeah, that's just cool.
And
I'm just so
allowing-
glad we're getting more Perrin too.
I mean, yeah.
No,
And next episode should be Major
Finally.
Perrin sesh.
Points.
Not even for points, but I just remember in the
That-
books
that too.
loving the Two Rivers storyline with Perrin and just seeing him just blossom.
Mhm.
You know, like because he is a dynamite character. Like, yeah.
What the fuck?
And he already kind of has like started blossoming,
Yeah.
like in that speech he gave to the like town square and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm loving Marcus Rutherford. Also, like I don't want to say that he was a bad actor in season 1. He was fine. In
Yeah, he's
season
just
3,
mopey.
yeah,
Yeah.
mopey. In season 3, he's got it all. He's dynamic. I am
Yes.
vibing with him so hard. In this season, we got another $5 super chat from Joe White. Natasha, Faris, and Nuno Lopez. Until them, I thought I was immune to evil cults. Amen. Right? This show, if any show, is going to convince me to turn to the dark. Like because holy,
No, don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Reach out later, Joe. I got some stuff to talk to you about.
Oh my god.
Blue Ajah for life, but also, you're not wrong. Like they're compelling.
Yeah.
Compelling.
Man, this show's got me hooked on Moiraine. This last episode. Oh
She's
my
great.
god. I loved it.
Listen.
The way she tried to hide the Sakonin. Like as if Rand didn't walk up and see her and
The
Lan
subtlety.
wasn't up there watching too.
I kept telling you guys to read New Spring, and you would fall in love with Moiraine, but you guys wouldn't listen.
I'm so glad you did read it.
That's
this time,
definitely how that
really.
went. For sure.
We both just flipped that on you with one.
Whatever.
Okay, so we do gotta wrap this up. It was a super fun
Yes.
stream.
Yeah.
Next week, by the way, we have Meredith coming back, who was show only guest last season. She will
Oh,
be making her
wow.
return.
Yay.
So that's really
Yay.
exciting. And then we've already started talking about getting multiple show only people on for the season finale. We've got Max and Maggie at the very least lined up. So get hyped for that. And don't forget that tomorrow on this channel, the Knights Who Say Chill minus Symphonia, myself, will be doing D&D stuff. So if you like D&D live streams, show up at 7:30 p.m. Central Time and watch Knights Who Say Chill slay. Okay, final thoughts.
So
Tavern.
loud.
Okay, final thoughts. This is visual stuff. This is the stuff that only I freaking nitpick, or not really nitpick, but find and try to make something up. In the scene where Naomi, where Leandrin basically walks into Naomi's room when she's trying to sleep, when she's getting ready for bed, when she's standing in front of the mirror, in the mirror, there's this shiny thing hanging, and there's like a round thing, and it gave the impression of the red door frame for a split second, and almost like snakeskin. When you pan later in the room, you can tell that it's not, that there's these two round things on the wall, and that it's the lattice on the window, but it gave that impression. The plates or the round things on the window have a alligator skin through them, and this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but it ends up looking like a face. Like if somebody is watching them in the room, which is kind of cool. That's it. That's my final thought.
That is cool. Interesting.
So someone could be watching them.
Good
Somebody's watching you.
Oh my gosh. Light Blinded Fool, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. You all have been so generous this stream. The support is incredible. I really appreciate you. So congratulations to those of you who have just become members. And welcome. Okay, Winespring, final thoughts?
Final thoughts are I'm excited for all the new merch that we're getting from Tavern.
Yeah.
Some fun merch options, you guys. Go shopping, please. It's cool stuff. I know that I have like a whole shelf in my closet of just Tavern's merch. And I can't wait to get the
links in the description of this video.
Check them out. Check them out. They're actually fun because I know the Wheel of Time fandom wants more original, creative merch that's fun to wear, the kind that makes people say, what? You know?
What about?
And I literally get that from people with the merch. And I wear it. They're like, what is this that you're wearing? What's this about? And then it gives me an opportunity to tell people that haven't heard anything about the books or TV show about this. So yeah. Purchase it and spread the good news that is the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime.
It's a conversation starter.
I love that voice.
It is.
Sure. Get yours now.
Get yours now.
Thank you.
Okay, I love that. Perfect last thoughts. I kind of already told you you should watch Nice to Say Chill tomorrow. You should come back next Monday. You can catch my reaction videos for the next episode. Usually I drop them Friday evening or Saturday, depending on, how the baby dragons handle it, like sleeping that day. So thank you all for subscribing and liking the stream and being here in the chat. We appreciate you so much. It's so fun talking about new episodes, and the fact that there are only 2 left is so sad. And then the longing begins. So yeah, it'll be fine. We'll have many things to talk about between now and then, and especially whenever they inevitably announce renewal for season 4, season 5, and so on. Thank you. Yes, Joe White, can they go ahead and announce season 4, 5, and 6? I'm hoping that they're delaying because they are going to do more than one at once. That's my secret extreme hope, but
I love hope.
I'm hoping for whatever it is that Yoshi is going to bring to the Romanian, I think it's Romania, Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's true. That could be.
I don't know. I don't know when they're going to announce anything, but
when
April,
is that?
Isn't it? I think it's in April.
Yeah, it's like right before JordanCon or right at the same time as JordanCon. I can't remember.
Okay.
We'll have to do some kind of stream covering it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. We're gonna peace out. It's bedtime for me. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.